Yo, what is good, YouTube? Matty Dubs here, back with another video, guys. We have some breaking news coming out of New Orleans. The Saints have just added another playmaker to their offense, bringing in former Dallas Cowboy and Pittsburgh Steeler wide receiver James Washington. He has signed a one-year deal, and he's on his way to the New Orleans Saints. Now, before we get into the video, before I tell you a little bit more about James Washington and what he brings to the team next season, make sure you guys do me a favor, smash that like button. Let's see if we can get the video up to 200 likes if you guys are ready for the start of the 2023 season. Also, subscribe if you're new, join the family. I will be covering the entirety of the NFL offseason, which includes the rest of free agency, the training camp, mini camp, preseason, regular season. I got you guys covered with everything, so make sure you guys join the family if you haven't already done so. Now, James Washington is a solid wide receiver. He can be used as a gadget guy, but most likely he's going to be playing in a couple of different areas. I can see him playing a little bit in the slot. He can play outside. He can get, like we saw in the last play, he can get a little bit of end arounds. Primarily, he's not going to be a day one wide receiver. I don't think he's going to come in here and be, the flashiest name in the room, but he adds depth. Now, over his 5-year career, 4 of those he played for the Pittsburgh Steelers, and then last year he played with the Dallas Cowboys, but I believe he got injured and didn't really play at all. But over his career, he's played in a total of 62 games, has 114 catches for over 1,600 yards, also has 11 touchdowns, averaging about 14.3 yards per catch. Now, the reason I like this the most is if you look at the wide receiver core right now for this Saints team, you got Michael Thomas, you got Rashid Shaheed, who absolutely broke out last season. Look for him to, have another great year. They also have A.T. Perry. You got Chris Olave. I completely forgot Chris Olave. Chris Olave, Traquan Smith, Keith Kirkwood. And then after that, you got, I think, Brian Edwards is still on the roster. But behind those guys, you don't really have too much. So I think James Washington adds, a wide receiver 6, 7, potentially could make the roster if he makes noise in preseason, training camp, and all that. He's not going to be a day one starter by any means, but this guy has shown the ability to be a solid wide receiver in the past. So don't be surprised if he comes out with training camp in preseason, actually makes a name for himself. Don't be surprised at all. This dude could have a big year. Back in 2019, he had his best year. He had 44 catches for over 700 yards and 3 touchdowns, averaging 16.7 yards per reception. So, like I said, don't be surprised if he, comes out here and makes some noise in preseason minicamp. He might not make the team, but overall, I think it's a low risk, high reward situation here for the Saints, especially if someone, gets an injury. James Washington is a solid receiver to have, on your bench. So let me know how you guys feel about it. Do you love it? Do you hate it? Subscribe if you're new, join the family, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Peace.